Next time you eat a meal, whether it be breakfast, lunch or dinner, I want you to try something. All it requires is paying a little more attention than you'd normally give. Enjoy your meal as you normally would, discuss current events with the family, watch TV, but as you do, observe what is happening on the plate beneath your nose. You'll notice, slowly but surely, as you eat your meal, the food on your plate is being replaced with garbage, food waste, nasty crap. The only threshold that delicious food has to go through to become disgusting waste is your own level of hunger, which is to say, your mind. What I'm getting at is, the only difference between food and garbage is your own perception. Don't believe me? Then where do you scrape the food on the plate you were too full to eat? The bin, perhaps? Indulge me in some rhetorical thinking. Imagine a hypothetical person who doesn't need to eat and is never hungry. Now imagine that you are that hypothetical person who's never hungry. Wouldn't the idea of food be so disgusting? Warm, oozing slop that greases your tongue and burns your mouth, paired with a side of slimy green shit. You wouldn't even be able to look at it. There's a reason it feels so nauseating to think about food right after a big meal. It's because you have hit a rare moment of clarity where deep down you can tell it's wrong. Your body tricks you into wanting food only because you need it to live. There is no other reason to eat it. And you can try and fool yourself with all kinds of fancy textures and flavors. You can tell yourself, oh, I actually like food. But at the end of the day, you are a slave to a biological process that creates poop. There is poop being created in your body right now. Oh, but my body's a temple. I only eat healthy food of color green. You are defiling your temple with poop, and your body is starting to reject it. At the beginning of the 20th century, a wave of Italian artists known as the Futurists had the same realization as me. They realized that the only way humanity could move forward would be to leave behind our arcane biological traditions. They reinvented music, art, and mealtime. They would craft esoteric platters of food, not to eat, but to simply observe and appreciate. They would use fans and perfume to blow scintillating aromas into their dining rooms. Dinner time was a social occasion for sure, but any actual nourishment would happen in private by way of white rice and white bread. The Futurists, like me, realized that we need to leave behind our dirty, stinking flesh and put our pure souls into perfect, clean machines. Unfortunately, the Futurists spent most of their energy helping Mussolini get into power, who frankly had no interest in solving food. I'm not a fascist, by the way. Anyway, I've realized all this after a pretty major psychotic break about 6 months ago, and being the proactive little busy bee that I am, I decided to actually do something about it. So now I just eat this. This is called Chue, C-H-U-E, and it's actually a solids-based nutritional paste, and it has no flavor. It's actually flavorless, and it's pretty simple to eat. You just rip off the top like that, and you see, you just open it, put your finger in, grab a little amount like that, and just pop that in your mouth. That's really great. And I don't waste my time with boring meal prep anymore. I just eat about 8 of these an hour and I'm fine. Yeah, I actually feel really good. And I straight up have not pooped in about 4 months. My colon is clean. My pee is a bit thicker though. You know, like when you pee and it's like that thick see-through rope that thuds when it hits the floor. It's like that kind of thing, but I feel pretty great. If people still called me to ask if I want to get lunch, I would say hell no, because I got this shit now. I'm not gonna lie, I am taking a pretty huge financial hit doing this. You get 40 in a pack and that's just under 70 pounds, and that lasts you about 5 hours before you need to replenish. And if you don't replenish, I think you just straight up expire. I don't really know, don't want to find out, but you know, if you want to help support the movement, I do actually have an affiliate link for Chue in the description of this video, and you can get 10% off your first 200 packs with the code UNTOUCHABLE. Anyway, that's it, that's the video. Oh, and it's also really good as a insulation if you want to do like a loft conversion or anything like that. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.